Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying today's news. Welcome to LRA's Stories channel. We have a new story, but I won't keep you any longer. Don't forget to subscribe. Garden. My name is Laura. I'm 29 years old and the mother of a little girl named Emma. My entire heartbeat. But what happened that day changed everything I thought I knew about family. My relationship with my family was always fragile. They saw me as the rebel, especially after I chose a relationship they didn't approve of and became a single mother. My family members, father, Michael, mother, Susan, brothers, Kevin and Jacob, sister, Anna. They always repeated, "Emma is not our responsibility." I tolerated it until everything collapsed. On a Saturday at 7 a.m., I received a panicked call from Anna. "Laura, Emma is at our house. Come quickly." My heart froze. How? I left her asleep in her room. She replied quickly. "Dad took her early, said she needs to spend time with the family. Just come." Take my daughter without permission? But I didn't even have time to argue. I ran. When I arrived, the house was unusually silent. "Emma! Emma!" I shouted. No answer. Then Kevin came out, eyes tired. "She's in the garden." I ran outside. Emma was lying on the grass, pale, shaking, her knee bleeding, her hands scratched deeply. She whispered, "Mommy, hurts." I held her tight, trying not to scream. "Who did this? Why were you alone out here?" She said, "I was running. I fell. Grandma Susan said, 'Stay there until I learn.'" My mother? My heart cracked. I rushed into the house carrying Emma. "What is wrong with all of you? Why leave a bleeding child outside? Why didn't you call me? Why not the hospital?" My father, Michael, replied coldly, "She needs to learn life isn't easy." Learn what? To die? Then my mother, Susan, added the sentence that destroyed me. "You chose this life, Laura. Handle it on your own." I felt my blood turn to ice. I took Emma and headed to the door. Before I left, Jacob grabbed my arm. "Laura, you need to see something. What happened wasn't an accident." "What do you mean?" He swallowed hard. "I was filming in the garden and recorded everything. Mom pushed Emma." I froze. "Show me." He showed me the video, Emma running, Susan standing still, and then a deliberate push. Emma fell hard. Susan walked away. My body trembled with rage. I rushed Emma to the hospital. Dr. Harrison examined her. "This injury could have caused severe bleeding. She's lucky someone brought her in." Emma held my hand tightly. "Mommy, don't leave." I cried silently. I made the hardest decision of my life. I went to the police. Officer Blake said, "This is child abuse. We'll open an immediate investigation." I was terrified, but determined. When I returned home, the house was chaos. My parents were shouting at each other. Michael said, "Why did you touch the child? Why?" Susan screamed, "I never wanted her in my life." Those words cut deeper than a knife. Police arrived.
They asked questions, watched the video, and took Susan for questioning. Dad whispered, "Laura, I didn't know. I'm sorry." But it was too late. Emma stayed 3 nights in the hospital. I didn't leave her side. Jacob and Kevin visited, apologizing endlessly. "Let us fix this, Laura," they said. I wasn't ready to forgive, but I listened. I decided to move to another city. A fresh start, a safe life for Emma. Jacob helped me financially and said, "I'm your brother first, not my mother's son." For the first time, I felt supported. A week later, I received a court summons. Case, child assault, Emma Harper. I entered the courtroom and saw my mother in handcuffs, eyes on the floor. My lawyer, Mr. Collins, asked me, "Are you ready to testify?" I replied, "Yes, for Emma." Judge Anderson opened the session. Susan sat silently beside her lawyer, Miss Carter. The judge ordered, "Play the video." The footage filled the courtroom. A gasp spread across the room. People whispered, "This is abuse." My mother covered her face. I stood before the judge. "Your Honor, my daughter is not even 5. I found her bleeding in the garden while the entire family ignored her. The woman who was supposed to protect her hurt her." I swallowed hard. I don't want revenge. I want justice.
Jacob stepped up. "I recorded the video by accident. Laura didn't deserve any of this. Our mother hated Emma because she hated Laura's choices." Susan burst into tears. Susan asked to speak. She stood, trembling. "I was wrong. I didn't want Emma. I was jealous of her. She took Laura from me." The judge interrupted. "Did you push the child intentionally?" Silence. Then she said, "Yes." My heart shattered. Michael stood suddenly. "I didn't know what my wife was doing. I want to support Laura now." The judge replied sharply, "Support isn't words, it's responsibility." Before ending the session, the judge ordered, "Temporary restraining order. Susan Harper is forbidden from approaching Emma." Relief washed over me, mixed with sadness. A week later, a special custody hearing was held. Psychologist Dr. Williams testified. Emma is terrified of her grandmother. Removing contact is essential. The judge turned to me. "Laura, you remain the primary custodian." Tears filled my eyes. On the third hearing, the judge declared, Susan Harper is guilty of intentional assault on a minor. 6 months of mandatory psychological treatment, 1-year restraining order from Emma. It wasn't prison, but it was justice. We returned to our new home. Emma played again, finally safe. Jacob and Kevin visited. Let us be part of her life, even from a distance. I nodded, but carefully. Leaving the courthouse felt like stepping out of a dark life into a new sunrise. I am Laura. I stood up and fought for my daughter. This isn't a story about a grandmother who assaulted her granddaughter. It is the story of a mother who fought the world to save her child.